It's October and we're in t-shirts and shorts cycling along the beach. I would have thought this would be the weather today. And it's going to be like this all day. It's going to stay like this all day. It's not going to rain at all, is it?
We were wrong.
Windy and it's raining.
Let's go back to the beginning. We started this trip in Swansea. We parked in the city centre car park right next to the station. Once we got there, we unloaded the bikes, put the wheels back on, loaded the bags up, made some final checks, and then we hit the road, ready for the day ahead.
Yo, welcome back. We're with Lane today. His first bikepacking trip. He's very excited.
I'm super excited.
Doing the Gower in Wales. This morning started out quite nice, but I think it's going to rain.
I think you're being pessimistic, mate. I think the sun is going to stay out.
Lane thinks it's going to stay sunny. Hope he's right.
What do you think?
I think it's going to rain, mate. I think we're going to get wet.
So for this trip we attempted the Gower Gold route from the bikepacking.com website. It's supposed to be a fairly beginner friendly overnight trip, which I thought would be a good starting point for Lane's first bikepacking trip. The morning started out nicely with nice blue skies and perfect weather to cycle along the beach. And we even took the opportunity to stop to carry out a little bit of extra exercise along the way. Heading out of Swansea, the roads got quieter and quieter and narrower. It wasn't long before we hit our first stretch of bridleway. The end of this bridleway brought us out to a viewpoint over a bay on the Gower.
We're at the top of a point on the Gower. It's really windy today, but the view here, the view is amazing. We're hoping we can find somewhere like this to camp later. Let's see.
As we progressed onwards, the route became a bit lumpier and rockier. Soon enough it became a bit too rocky for us to ride, and this was the beginning of our hike.
Beautiful little section of hiker bike. Lane's loving it. Oh, not long yet. Not long now, and we're done. Hopefully.
And it's supposed to be cycling we're doing, but
So yeah, bit of hiker bike, mate.
cycling, right?
After all that hiker bike,
Cheers.
we came across a Welsh pub.
Cheers, Lane.
Cheers, mate.
It was time to sit down and relax with a nice cold cider.
That's a good tasting point.
Well deserved.
After our stop, the route took us through a golf course,
You have a golf, Jace?
which is where the wind started to pick up.
It's a bit windy today. It is, we've got a rainbow.
Number 2 of the day.
A little bit of hiker bike across the sand, but we're at a castle, I think.
There was a decent stretch across this golf course of a pathway made of sand, which we ended up hiking our bikes over. It was far from enjoyable, and it soon led us to a little river crossing.
I don't know what I was expecting from this route, but this is brilliant.
This was quickly followed by another section of steep climbing on loose terrain which we weren't really ready for, so it resulted in more hiker bike.
Success! We've got our next climb coming up there. Luckily the wind seems to have dropped a little bit, but the rain's here. But that's cool, I'd rather cycle in the rain than in the wind. Beautiful Welsh weather. This is quite ridiculous. What happens to the blue skies and the sun? Where did it go? Here comes Lane in the rain. You alright, mate? You enjoying the weather?
No.
Welsh weather? It is. Look, there's a bit of sunshine up there. We're going up there.
Once we got up there, the sun made an attempt at showing its face. The wind was still pretty strong, but the blue skies were giving us hope. Everything was muddy, everything was soggy, the ground was soft, and we just hoped that this was the end of the rain. But this is Wales.
Raining sideways.
And the wind became pretty ridiculous. Gates were becoming more frequent, which slowed us down.
Obviously we've just taken up the ropes, like literally right now.
The longer it rained, the muddier it got. The paths became softer, our feet were sinking deeper, the tyres were sinking deeper, and overall spirits were just becoming lower and lower.
Lane's not happy. Oh. It's just tough going. Everything's muddy and soaking wet. Lane's had enough. I'm getting to the stage of having enough. We need to find some nice roads. We've still not eaten breakfast this morning, so we need to find some stuff and hopefully cheer ourselves up. We've abandoned the route. We're taking a shortcut down a random bridleway to try and cut off a big chunk of the route because it's just a bit much with this weather, the conditions. We still don't know where we're camping, we still don't know where we're eating, we know we've had a flapjack. Yeah, the seal's bad. Not an ideal bikepacking experience, certainly not for Lane, which first one.
I lost a little bit of enthusiasm for recording while we were trying to find somewhere to make camp. We finally found somewhere that was appropriate after a long search. Got out our measly dinner because we didn't find anywhere to stop and made camp for the night.
Camp has been made. There's my tent. Lane's tent. We've got a very healthy dinner this evening. I'll have some pot noodles because we didn't stop anywhere for food. A couple of G&Ts that I brought with us. And that's it for the night. I'm going to get some sleep. We'll see you in the morning. Today's not gone to plan. It's not been great. Hopefully sleep's good.
So we've decided to abandon the second half of the Gower route. Yesterday took its toll a little bit. Pretty much cycled through a storm, as you've just seen. We've decided to just do a road route back to Swansea train station where the car is. Hopefully today's a little bit better than yesterday. The weather's already a lot better. And we're on our first climb of the morning in search of coffee and breakfast. Very disappointed we didn't find a pub yesterday for dinner. Here's what it is. That petrol station was a welcome stop. Caffeinated, had a bit of breakfast, got myself another bottle of drink, and now it's 20 k's back to the car on the road through the rolling Welsh countryside. Trip completed, sort of half completed. We'll talk about it later.
So what went wrong then? Well, nothing really went wrong, just a lot of things could have been better. We probably picked the worst weekend for the weather. The rain was pretty heavy and the wind battered us all day. We had a look the following day and the wind speeds had reached 47 mile an hour, which, while being on an exposed hillside, was interesting to say the least. The conditions obviously made cycling quite difficult. I probably could have done a better job of researching the route. From what I read, there were supposed to be quite a few small little shops, pubs, resupply places en route, but after leaving Swansea there didn't seem to be any. Luckily we decided to bring a couple of pot noodles with us and some flapjacks, just in case. It was a good job we did. Now, as for the route itself, the terrain wasn't fantastic. I mean, I knew there was going to be some hiker bike and some steep climbs, but there was more than I thought. The sandy section going through the golf course was particularly annoying. The bridleways and footpaths due to the weather were very boggy and muddy. There was a lot of cow and sheep poo mixed in with it all as well. I do think without the rain they would have been fine, but we had rain, lots of it, and Lane didn't have waterproof shoes either, which kind of ruined his day. I do think that even though the weather on the second day was a lot better, with a lot less wind, I still think it was the best choice to abandon the second half of the route and just have a nice, easy, relaxed cycle back to Swansea. The route's always going to be there, and we can attempt it again when the weather's a bit better, a bit drier, the ground's a bit firmer, and when, I want to say when we're better prepared, but we was kind of well prepared for it, apart from Lane's shoes really. I did film an outro, but it's basically all just wind noise, and I want to apologise for all the wind noise in this video if you're still watching this far. There's not really a lot I could do about it given the conditions. But we will be back out for another trip soon, hopefully. Hopefully a successful one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.